So in my hand is the Google Pixel 3. What is not in my hand but is in our CellGuru labs is the Google Pixel 3 XL. Now finally, after doing a very quick look and an unboxing, I am now going to do a full review of this phone. I told you a little bit about the phone, so I'm going to set it up again. What is the expectation? So it's a much better looking phone than before, but do remember, we will start off the story with the review. We'll also compare it to the Pixel 2 and what are the differences. So I'm going to tell you a few of those also as we go along with my first impressions on the detailed review. So we found that it's a better looking phone for sure. It works better, the processor, everything else inside the phone has gone up many notches. And speaking of notches, one of these, not the one in my hand, the Google Pixel 3, and this is a strange omission. So the Google Pixel 3 comes with a normal screen and the Google Pixel 3 XL comes with a notch. So for that 0.1% of the world that loves notches, well, you can celebrate. Everybody else, this could be the phone for you. But essentially it's going to come down to one and one thing only. These are phones that have created a name for themselves for their camera, and that's the one thing we're going to test out properly in our review.
Pixel, the very word, gives away what we should be looking at in the Google Pixel 3 and the 3 XL, and while the camera has remained at the forefront of the Pixel legacy, do the next-gen pure Android flagships by Google offer more than just that? And are they the phones of 2018? Let's take a good look at them. The Google Pixel 3 and 3 XL ride high on design this time. There is a very subtle dual tone at the back and colors are muted. There is also a clearly white and just black color variant in these phones. The Pixel 3 comes with a 5.5-inch display size, and we must say it is very comfortable to hold and use. The back has a soft glass finish, but this doesn't make the phone slippery. The bigger sibling, the XL, has a 6.3-inch display, but here's where the difference lies between the two. The Pixel 3 XL sports a rather large notch. Google jumps onto the notch industry trend, but only with the Pixel 3 XL. But here's what's really new with the Pixel 3. The assistant has got really smart. You can now get the assistant to take calls for you. This feature wasn't in our review device, but it can actually transcribe your calls for you. And this smart assistant can be bought up very simply by just squeezing the sides of the Pixel, and it makes the phone seem pretty flexible. There is a turn to SHHH feature too, where the Pixel takes a hint when it's turned down and mutes the incoming call. These features make it a very smart and very modern 2018 phone, but it is a true flagship and it is priced like one as well. The Google Pixel 3 will set you back by 71,000 rupees for the 64GB storage variant, while the Pixel 3 XL starts at 83,000 rupees for the same variant. Heavy on the pocket for sure, but let's take a look at the star of the show, the camera. Google does not believe in the number game and has kept the rear camera to a modest single lens. But let that not fool you, because the power of this single camera is pretty strong. The images taken on portrait mode were very good, with deep contrast and great depth effect. There is a top shot mode which uses AI to capture the perfect shot every time. In low light, the night sight features come of great use. You will not need to use flash and the camera will give very natural looking images in dark surroundings. This was truly impressive when we tried it out. The lens also has Google Lens built into it, where one can shop and even copy text directly from images. Coming to the front snapper, which is quite a game changer in a dual camera world. The Pixel 3 has a dual front camera that can give you bright and sharp selfies in good light and really comes into effect in low light. The images are nice and bright and not grainy. There is a group selfie cam too, a wide angle lens that comes into action when you pinch out of the screen and accommodates everyone in the selfie. There is a playground feature that has tons of AR characters for a splash of fun. The Pixel performs well. It comes with Android 9 Pie out of the box and is a delight to use. The interface is neat and there are new gesture controls with Android 9, like swiping down on the fingerprint scanner to access notifications. Looking under the hood, the Pixel 3 and 3 XL come with Snapdragon 845 and a 4GB RAM and are pretty powerful phones. The battery on the two phones, the Pixel 3 has a 2915 mAh battery, while the Pixel 3 XL has a 3430 mAh battery. Both phones will run 1 day of comfortable use. There is an AI adaptive battery which prioritizes battery consumption extremely efficiently. The Pixels support wireless charging too, but the Pixel stand is going to be sold separately, which makes us less excited about this. There is no face unlock on the Pixels and they have a new custom-made security chip called the Titan M. And in a world where security is increasingly coming into question, this was much needed. The CellGuru verdict. The Google Pixel 3 and 3 XL are offering a lot, but at 71,000 rupees, it is a pricey Android flagship. But this time, the Pixel specifications work out much better than they sound on paper, and the camera, of course, remains the highlight of these phones with various modes backed by machine learning. That make it a deal clincher. But is it the 2018 phone? We would say it is definitely this year's camera phone, and the Google Pixel 3 makes for a much tighter package than the Google Pixel 3 XL.
And of course, this is what everyone's been asking for. Does it really matter? Because a lot of people are saying that not much of a difference has come in this entire year in the two phones, the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 3. Well, we're going to compare them for you.
It's time now to answer that age-old question. Should we throw out the old and welcome the new? Should you upgrade to the new Pixel 3 from the Pixel 2? Let's help you make that decision. What makes a good first impression? Good looks, and good looks. Well, the good news here is that the Pixel 3 does look very different from the Pixel 2, so you do get some bang for your buck there. The Pixel 3 in fact looks more like the Pixel 2 XL because of the 18:9 display and thinner bezels. And unlike the Pixel 3 XL, there is no notch on the Pixel 3, so all you notch haters, rejoice. With the new flagships, Google has switched to a completely glass back. This does make the phones look more premium and also makes them the first Pixel phones to support Qi wireless charging. Bigger and better. While the Pixel 3 seems to share most of the Pixel 2's DNA when it comes to specs, the screen gets an upgrade. The Pixel 3 comes with an AMOLED screen which is now 5.5 inches compared to the Pixel 2's 5-inch display. A very small change and maybe hard to notice for many of you. If there's one thing Pixel phones are known for, it's the camera. The Pixel 3 and the 3 XL still have a single rear lens with the same features, a 12.2 megapixel sensor with an f1.8 aperture. But software is where the magic is at. The new Pixel 3 gets a top shot feature which guarantees the best possible photo and cancels out photo bombing. Another big upgrade in the camera is the Super Res Zoom feature, so you can shoot a photo and the phone's camera will be smart enough to reframe it. There's also some Google Lens built into the Pixel 3's camera which can recognize object. There are new features like night sight and a playground feature which integrate augmented reality figures like Avengers or Childish Gambino into your shots. Both these will also come to the Pixel 2 with the upgrade, so you won't be missing out on much. The front camera also gets a facelift from the Pixel 2 to the Pixel 3, and the latter comes with a dual 8-megapixel front shooter, so you can now fit in more people into your selfies. The Pixel 2 only had a lone front shooter in comparison. The new Pixel 3 is juicier. The Pixel 2 comes with 2700 mAh of juice and the Pixel 3 now has 2915 mAh of battery. The Pixel 3 is powered by the mighty Snapdragon 845 chipset, a big improvement from the Snapdragon 835 in the Pixel 2, so multitasking and browsing with the Pixel 3 is a breeze. It's not just the screens of the Pixels that have got bigger but also the price tag. And this may change your mind. The Pixel 3 costs 71,000 rupees for the 64GB storage variant. The Pixel 2 in comparison made its debut at 61,000 rupees last year for the 64GB variant and can now be bought online for around 42,000 rupees. The Cell Guru verdict. So should Pixel 2 owners bring home a shiny new Pixel 3? Well, if you're a Pixel 2 user, you've still got a winning phone on your hands which stands tall with Apple and Samsung competitors. And with updates coming for existing Pixel owners, your Pixel 2 will get a facelift. But if you're willing to splurge for bigger screens and accessories like wireless charging that are not in the box and some new camera features, go for the upgrade.
There was a time when the most tectonic wave that came was when a phone actually had a camera. It was a VGA camera. It gave you these little pictures, but oh my God, life changed for people when they actually saw that they could carry a phone with them and take a really blurry, dirty picture. That was then, and this is now. Not only have camera phones become the absolute standard in photography, we now have a phone that has 4 lenses at the back. Now, a lot of people would say this is called innovation for the sake of. I will say we cannot come to that judgment right now. Samsung with their A9 has come up with 4 lenses and each lens does something dramatically different. It's not as if they just put it out there and you can't use it for, including a depth lens, including a wide angle lens. So they put in a lot and each has its own functionality and features. When we have the phone in detail with us, we will take you through everything to do with photography. Right now, Sugandha is in Malaysia and she's got her hands on the phone.
Hello everyone, I'm here in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia for the Samsung Unpacked event. Now a lot of companies have dual cameras on their phones or maybe even triple cameras now. But in Malaysia right here, Samsung has created history by bringing out a phone with a quad camera setup. Yes, I've got the A9 in my hand and it's got 4 cameras in the rear. Now Samsung really believes that each camera has its own capabilities. Users can use them in their own different ways. Some people may think it's an overkill to load your phone with so many cameras, but let's take a closer look at the A9, all the camera capabilities and also the lemonade blue color of the phone.
The number 4 has always had several meanings and a deep significance, be it the 4-leaf clover, the 4 elements, or the 4 cardinal directions. But now Samsung has added another significant meaning to the mystical number 4, a phone that features 4 rear cameras. Samsung announced the new A9 in Malaysia amidst K-pop performances, dance moves and celebrity influencers. The phone is out in funky colors, caviar black, bubblegum pink and our favorite, the lemonade blue. The phone is very good to look at. It has a 3D glass curved body with a fine color gradient that is reflective and looks very slick. Though do handle with care as glass backs are quite fragile and a fingerprint magnet. The USP is the quad camera setup with 8 megapixel ultra-wide lens, 10 megapixel telephoto lens, 24 megapixel main camera and a 5 megapixel depth camera. At a time when companies are sticking to a dual or even single lens on the rear, isn't it an overkill to load the phone with 4 cameras?
Each camera consists of different functionalities for each other options. For example, taking a 77-degree shot, which is the normal smartphone view, may not capture like a full view, a landscape perhaps, but with the 120-degree ultra-wide angle, you're able to capture a full picture just as you see it because it has a human dimension. So we believe in that we're providing an appropriate and the right amount of technology, the most advanced of technology that we have at the moment.
While clicking a picture, you get options to click using the wide-angle lens. This allows you to capture a much bigger 120-degree image rather than the 70-degree in most phones. You could also click using the 2x optical zoom of the telephoto lens, which gives you detailed close-ups of far-off objects. Additionally, there is the depth sensor that allows you to change the focus and the depth of field. You could do this even after clicking an image. Also, there's an AI scene recognition that adjusts an image according to 19 different settings. The front camera too is a powerful one at 24 megapixel. I couldn't stop myself from clicking some selfies in the photo booths at the event. But enough about the camera. Let's now take a look at what else is under the hood. It has a 6.3-inch Full HD display. It has 128GB storage with up to 512GB microSD card support. There are 2 variants, 6GB RAM and 8GB RAM. The battery is at 3800 mAh, which is good enough for an average user. It comes with Android 8.0 OREO OS on board. It is powered by a pretty powerful octa-core SNAPDRAGON 660 chipset. The phone has a dedicated Bixby key on the left for easy access to the voice assistant. The fingerprint scanner is at the back. The phone is likely to launch in November, though there is no confirmation on the price just yet.
On the Cell Guru Show, we're going to take a quick break right now. When we come back, lots more. And this is the phone that I showed you a very quick look at when it was announced last week. Now we've got our hands on the banana phone. This is Nokia's 8110, the phone that actually created such an incredible wave of people saying, this is innovation, right? Today, Nokia HMD has re-released this phone as the Nokia, the new 8110. Everybody refers to it as the banana phone. In fact, when it was announced at an event, I actually did a review of this holding a banana on my ear, and a lot of people thought that was the phone. Well, you can't really get very good network coverage with the banana, but with this phone you can, because the network is 4G.
It's yellow. It's curvy. It looks like a banana. And it shot to fame in the late 90s when actor Keanu Reeves held it in his hand in the blockbuster film Matrix. This is the new Nokia 8110 4G, the latest nostalgia trip from HMD Global. It comes in a black and yellow color, and for this review, we have both. The phone is priced at 5,999 rupees and will be available from October 24th. Do the features justify the price? Let's find out. The new banana comes with a 2.4-inch LCD screen, and we like the colorful display. But many will complain about the lack of a touchscreen. But this Nokia is about small buttons and you may need fingernails to use it. It only weighs about 117 grams and is pretty comfortable to hold. The phone runs on KAIOS, which is a decent OS for you to enjoy App Store, Google Assistant and more. And of course, the famous Snake game. The phone runs on a Snapdragon 205 processor and it does the job. No complaints here while multitasking or browsing. It comes with 4GB storage with 32GB expandable with a microSD card. The phone packs in a 2-megapixel camera and it works, but at this price point, don't expect miracles. We wish that Nokia had thrown in a selfie camera in the new banana, but we had no option but to flip the phone and click. One major gripe, there are no volume buttons on the side, so that can get irritating. It comes with a 1500 mAh battery and it can last about 4 to 5 days with heavy usage or 25 days of 4G standby according to H&D. So let's try out the 4G features. The phone comes with Google Assistant built in. We gave it some basic commands and it worked. YouTube works too, but you need patience to search and type for videos on the keypad. The phone also supports Google Maps with GPS. We found this to be slightly slow, so don't use this device as your primary navigation tool. So before we give our verdict, let's see if people are excited about the new banana phone.
It reminds me of all the good times when I used to literally fiddle with my phone without even thinking that it'll break and probably I'll not get a new one. So yeah.
This is a very simple phone, easy to use, and my generation, we love this kind of phone, no nonsense, and we always make mistakes. While typing I make mistakes. With this kind of phone it's not.
Nokia has a lot of memories that we can relate to, and yeah, that's what it reminds me of. And the fact that it's, I don't know, the shape of it's really nice.
I already have a phone, but I can use it as a primary one, and plus I'm in 12th, so I have to stay away from distractions like WhatsApp, Instagram and Snapchat, so I can use it for calling. It's a pretty cute phone.
The Cell Guru verdict. The Nokia 8110 4G has a lot of nostalgia appeal and is a really cool novelty toy or vintage device. The 4G features work decently well, but we suggest that you only use this as a companion phone. And if you're willing to spend 6,000 rupees to flaunt the original Matrix phone and have the patience to use it, then go bananas.
Well, that then was the Cell Guru show for this week. Lots happening next week. Here's a quick preview of all that we have for you next week.